That update? Go ahead, updated. We're doing some IFR practice tonight, and hopefully the sim will not crash the desktop anymore. I've been at this for about, I'd say about 7 hours. So we're doing some off-VAT sim IFR practice here. We're trying to get into Lake Placid right now. And we just did a teardrop entry, which I'm still trying to figure out that with the graphs and things that I write out. I should have my phone up. This was kind of last minute, but it's been interesting. I've been doing the autopilot, and then I take over towards the end here. But I tried an entry on the VOR-A approach, the Alpha approach, and that didn't really work out because the visibility wasn't good. Nope. Nope. Hello. No. Okay. So I'm hoping everything works now, because I've been at it. It's been working for about a little over an hour. But I've been doing IFR practice while I do this. In fact, I have to get down pretty soon. Oh, I'm at 5,000, so I'm good till Arabi or whatever it is. Arabi. Final approach coach offsets 15.7 degrees. So this was one of the weird ones. I have to have it set to 125, which I do down here about my and it's saying I'm low. I'm gonna leave it like that.
Yeah, 809 about Tango left down wind 37.
And we're just gonna do a couple approaches, I guess, and hopefully the sim doesn't crash the desktop. I'm also using that AI frame generation again, and we're currently getting 62, 64 frames per second. I haven't had the same problem as Montreal yet. So I'm hoping that maybe that was part of the problems that I troubleshot. It's been really weird. I went through Device Manager. I tried to uninstall anything that had caution marks on it. I had a problem with the hard drive earlier where for some reason it crashed the desktop. That I went to open up the hard drive that's on the PCIe adapter card. Because I have 3 NVMe drives with only 2 spaces on the motherboard for it, so I had to order a card. And it came up as raw for the file system. So I was like, what the hell is that all about? So then I restarted the whole computer, and it worked fine. Came back as NTFS. I did check disk on it, no problem. So I have no clue what's up with that, but we're just gonna keep flying approaches here, and we are Lake Placid, New York here. So we'll see what happens. My other approaches were pretty good. This one was a little weird. So, all right, we're almost at Robbie, and then we're gonna do a standard 3-gate thing here. I should be slowing this down.
Traffic, Archer turning downwind.
We will be on the descent at least. So, but this GPS is awesome. This is what we'll have in the plane if I ever get back to instrument training sometime in the future. 5:30. I can see why the touchscreens are more user friendly. So in about 30 seconds, we're about 0.9 nautical miles out, which means we're going to be about 6.9 plus 1.7. What's that? 7, 8, 8 point. God.
Traffic, Archer turning
8.6 nautical miles out from the runway. But almost to Robbie, and then we'll be doing our descent down at a 3-degree angle. I want to get the ground speed about 100-ish. Drop it about 500 feet per minute. Let's take it off autopilot now.
Traffic, Archer turning downwind for runway 1.
You have to hold it so that this needle stays centered. So that's what I'm hoping for. And that's what I was working on during my IFR lessons the last time I took one, which was a long time ago, by the way. So just little corrections.
Traffic, Archer is turning base for runway 1.
And we're looking pretty good as of now. Our decision height's going to be about 3,080 feet. And that'll be about 300 something feet and 2 miles of visibility.
Traffic,
so let's see what happens here.
Runway 1.
This is going to be interesting. For a little higher, that's okay. We don't want to be a lot higher. We want to be somewhere around where I can see things. And it's pretty bad visibility down there.
Lima Kilo, automated weather observation 1700 Zulu.
Not to mention the turbulence.
Wind 22 tree at tree. Visibility 10.
Helicopter,
Sky condition,
miles
ceiling
north and bound.
1,500 feet overcast.
Base.
Yeah, so it's pretty
Temperature
low.
0 Celsius. Dew point 10 Celsius.
So actually, this would probably not even. But you know what? Let's have some fun. Let's just go shoot it. See how we have some fun.
Kilo Sierra Lima Kilo, automated weather observation 1700 Zulu.
I will
Wind
have this set
22
to
tree at tree.
B.
Visibility 10.
25.
Sky condition, ceiling
Way off
1,500 feet overcast. Temperature
Way too
0
much.
Celsius. Dew point 10 Celsius. Altimeter 2955. Kilo Sierra Lima Kilo, automated weather observation 1700 Zulu. Wind 22 tree at tree. Visibility 10. Sky condition, ceiling 1,500 feet
Live
overcast.
script signal way too high.
Temperature 0 Celsius. Dew point 10 Celsius. Altimeter 2955.
Altimeter check.
Traffic Warrior 85
Yeah,
November
now
Alpha,
we're to the
inbound
left.
4 miles from the southeast for runway 32.
I'll come back. So we're getting closer, so it's more delicate. Well, might be able to see it now.
Traffic Warrior 85 November Alpha, left base, runway 32, full subland.
Does anyone see the runway? Because I don't.
Traffic Warrior 85 November Alpha, joining on a
I
45
don't
to
see
left
it.
downwind,
And I have
runway
to go more
32.
shooting it again, which is what happened last time. We'll see. Actually, no, I didn't. It's still in the distance there. Oh, there it is. I got it. Look at that. Just in time. Full mixture because we're close enough to 3,000. Hey! I'm going to get this approach, everybody. Nice. And this is where they said that it's off the runway here. So let's slow down.
Traffic
We
Warrior
have a
85
visual.
November Alpha,
It's
clear
flaps
runway
here.
32.
Please just work, simulator. It's very, I knock on wood, it's been working. And I know I said that like how many times in the past month since July, but it's actually working now.
Traffic Warrior
1500.
17 November Alpha, entering in
Already in the
upwind
whites.
32.
Nice.
Traffic Warrior 17 November Alpha, crosswind 32.
Looks like we're gonna be able to do this. Yay! So this is IFR practice with testing the stability. I'm gonna just kind of
Traffic 17 November Alpha, go around 14.
so full flaps. We're way too high, but we'll see. See if we can save this. I am slipping it. I think we're gonna make it a little fast though. And
Traffic Warrior 23 November Alpha, back taxi, runway 32.
I'll go long. Ready to go around if I need to, but I think I got it. Just a little fast. Boy, it is turbulent down here. Yeah, we got it. Touchdown. Touchdown.
Traffic Warrior 23 November Alpha, departing runway
Right, towards
32,
the runway.
right turn out.
Nice. I mean, it wasn't the best landing, but for practice, it wasn't that
Traffic
bad.
Warrior 23 November Alpha.
All right, we're gonna
6
pull
to
off.
north, 3,000 feet maneuvering.
Flaps up. Trim set for takeoff. It wasn't the worst approach I've done, but it wasn't the best either. Very interesting. Okay, well, we'll pick another airport to go to. So this will get to the front of the runway there. Strobes, I'll just keep
Central
watching.
Romeo Kilo is 7 miles final.
All right,
for
where
1.
should
We'll
we
break
go
off our
next for an
3
approach?
miles
I don't
south
even know what type of
for
approaches there
Berlin
are out
Point.
there or anything like that. I'm thinking maybe we should go to Burlington. That's what I'm thinking. Burlington, Vermont. Not that far away. Lake Placid's kind of hard with the mountains and
Traffic,
stuff.
Skyhawk 4377 Quebec is 4 to the southwest, inbound 432.
What do they have at Burlington? Ooh, they have an ILS. Maybe we should do that. We should check the weather when we get up there.
Traffic, Skyhawk 4377
Excuse me.
Quebec is on a 2 mile 45 to runway 32.
Frames are we pulling here? 60. So, I was going to give up on that frame AI generation, but honestly, it's been working great now. Okay, Montreal, I don't know what was going on there when I couldn't get my view straightened.
Traffic, Skyhawk 4377
If I just did
turning left
this,
base, runway 32.
it would have probably straightened out my view. I just wasn't thinking. So yeah, it has little glitches. Like, see, like that? A little glitchy. That's the frame generation, but I can live with that. When you're in the air, you can't really tell much of a difference unless you look in the outside view and move it all around. And yeah, I don't know if you hear that or not. You might actually. Actually, you do. I'm listening to.
Traffic Warrior 323 November
Or I should say I was
about
listening
5
to.
to the northeast.
Yeah.
1,200, climb at 2,000. We're
Not
eastbound.
that you need to do that, but I can listen to it on Bluetooth while you do that. Wait, it was on Twitch. Urgh. So.
Traffic Warrior 23 November Alpha 3 to the
So you can't hear it, but I can. How's that?
1,900. We'll overfly the
Just in
field to the
case.
southwest.
Alright, so I'm going to go to Burlington, Vermont. Pick up an ILS or something, depending on the weather. Let's get the weather ready to go just in case. So, 118, nope, wait, 123.8. And again, we're not doing air traffic control or anything, we're just practicing.
Traffic Warrior 23 November
So.
Alpha over the field, 1,800 southwest bound.
Not your typical stream there, but we'll leave that there. Alright, let's depart.
Traffic, Warrior 23 November Alpha, entering left downwind, runway 32.
It's quite an interesting RNAV approach here. Okay.
Traffic Warrior
Should
85
probably
November Alpha is departing the
to
pattern
go
towards
this way, right? So
southwest.
7,000. Using the autopilot, it lets me think about things. So. Okay, here we go.
We're 79 November Alpha is 6 miles to the north, going to overfly the field at 1,600 and took through the 45.
Rotate.
Burlington Airport information, Kilo 1700.
Traffic was 79 November Alpha, 3 miles to the north, going to overfly the field at 1,600, set up for 45 to 32.
Ceiling 1,500 feet overcast. Temperature 3. Dew point 10.
Forgot to do this. I should have used
Altimeter 2.59.
Bravo tank.
Visual runway 1 in use. Landing and departing runway 1. IFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read backhaul short instructions.
Okay, so we'll go runway 1. Let's see what they have. 4 approaches. Runway 1. Back to guard. You know what that means? Back to guard.
Traffic Warrior 23 November
Seems
Alpha,
this thing wants to
departing
stop.
runway 32.
Go on guard with
Alright. I don't know why it does that sometimes, but it does.
Traffic
Alright,
Warrior
so they
23
have
November Alpha,
RNAV for
left
1,
runway 32.
VOR, runway 1. I might take the RNAV again. I like practicing the RNAVs, not only that they kind of like, correct me. So we are going to go out to, let's plan this now. Procedure, select approach. Oh my god, we're skimming. We're skimming. That's a big mountain, so keep an eye on that.
Jaguar 79 November Alpha has the downwind traffic in sight. We're going to set up behind you.
Again, autopilot helps me on this. Alright, we're going to do the RNAV for the 1. And we're going to go out to full box. And then now this should take me there. As we clear these mountains.
Traffic Warrior 23 November Alpha.
That's
left
looking
base,
placid.
runway 32.
I think we'll be okay. This is not real life, because if this was real life, I'd be pooping my pants right now. And I'm gonna take over just a little bit, just to get us. Oh God, it's slow, it's laggy. Uh oh. Woo, everybody,
Traffic Warrior
woo!
23 November Alpha
Oh
clear.
God,
Runway
not
32 to
realistic
the ramp.
at all.
Traffic Warrior 85 November Alpha is 5 to the southwest,
Yeah,
rapid 3.
there you go. Not realistic. It's all about testing the sim again and also flying some approaches today. Okay, we have to be at least most 6,000 feet. So let's get above these mountains, and then it's saying within 7,530 miles.
Traffic, King Air, 869 uniform, pop about 18
Just
miles
keep
out.
going up first. I'll start.
Coming, making our approach.
Make sure it's above 3,000. These are perfect IFR conditions here. So.
Traffic Warrior 8090 Hotel, right across the 32.
Perfect IFR conditions. So, hoping this is it with the crashed desktops, because I'm kind of tired of it. Knock on wood, it hasn't done it in like an hour and a half. So,
Traffic Warrior 8090 Hotel,
We'll
about
see.
2 miles to the north, 1,800, climbing 3,000 northeast bound.
alright, now let's do our little entry here. I got my stylus here. Let's take Linus out of here. Let's listen to enough. Alright, so this is where I'm getting confused again. Because I haven't done this in a while. Our heading fix is 105. That's what we're heading to. And then it's every 90 degrees going around. So
Traffic Warrior 8090 Hotel is 2,000 feet.
285.
Just above maneuvering
This
between
is
2,800 and 3,000.
Yeah. Alright, now. It is left turns. So this should be 70. 70. And this should be 110. This is teardrop. This is direct. This is
Traffic
parallel.
Warrior
That's the type of
8090
entry
Hotel,
that we
5
use.
miles to the north-north.
The heading.
Inbound for runway 32, we'll plan to overfly midfield at 2,000 feet to the left downwind.
Is where we need to go. Which I believe. This is where I'm getting confused for some reason. I don't know why, but I am. It's from the
Traffic on Warrior 23 and a November Alpha. Holding short for runway 3, we'll be back taxiing to the key lock entry.
Alright.
Traffic Warrior 8090 Hotel, about 1.5 miles to the north, overflying
Do I do the
midfield at
outbound
2,000.
or do I do the inbound? Because I can't remember. So I'm coming in direct to full box at 105. There's 1.6. Does that make sense? What's up, Digi? I'm kind of thinking along and also testing my sim stability at the same time on some IFR approaches here. Going to Burlington for ILS.
Traffic
I mean,
Warrior
an
23
RNAV.
November Alpha 15 to the northeast.
And I'm trying to figure out my entry. The GPS will do it all for me, which is why pilots get like lazy on this, but I'm trying to do it the long way. So that way I can do it. So I'm coming at 105 degrees to Phobos. Follow my little dot there. Can you follow that little dot?
Traffic, Saratoga 4165 Lima.
And I have to hook up
Inbound
with
on M14,
186.
circle M32.
So if I take a right, I take another right, I'm on the right side. That wouldn't be parallel. So if I take a right, and then another right and in, no, that doesn't make sense either. It's left turns. That's why I haven't teardrop on the left. Let me check my notes for
Traffic,
Flags, these are
Warrior
all notes.
23, November Alpha.
Left hand, yeah, so 70 degrees under 10 parallel.
Currently at 3000.
So I drew it right. I just have to figure out what the hell is 270. That'd be direct. That would be direct. That makes sense.
Traffic
'cause it's
Warrior,
on that,
Sierra
so
November Alpha, 7 north,
left hand
3000 feet inbound.
270. So if I go 006, it'd be direct. If I'm taking this heading, it'd be direct.
Traffic
If
Warrior,
I do
Sierra
that,
November
that would
Alpha, 6 to the north,
now makes sense because I'd have to take a left turn for a
2500
minute.
inbound, runway
Well, that might
14.
make sense. If I do 186, it's supposed to be parallel, which means I would come in here,
Traffic
the opposite
Warrior,
direction, take a right,
Sierra November
move
Alpha,
in.
2.5 mile, 45.
That doesn't make sense to me. I wish they had an erasing feature on this. So if I do direct, we take an immediate left turn for a minute, meet up, and go there, which I think you could do. So I'm thinking it's the 006 where you have to go. Let's see what it says on the GPS as we get there, shall we? I'm going to go with direct for now. It's probably parallel because I'm doing something wrong in my head. Anyways, we got a while to go, so hang in there. The simulator seems to be working harder. The AI frame generation, I'm still at 60 frames per second. Haven't had problems except for little graphical things, but nothing that would deter me from using this. Again, see how there's just little artifacts once in a while? That's the official AI generation. I basically have a mod that's making the simulator use my 3090 with frame generation for the AMD version. Does that make sense? So I can't use the NVIDIA Reflex or whatever the NVIDIA frame generation. But there's this guy that made a mod that will let you use the AMD frame generation using your 2000 series NVIDIA card. So that's what we're doing. It's been working a lot better. They had an update, so I put in the latest month, and I've got everything cranked here for settings. So I mean, to get like 60 frames per second. Well, thank you. You know, I'm frustrated about my streams because I haven't been able to do a good one because my computer kept doing crashing desktops all the time. But knock on wood, we've been strong for about 2 hours. I went through everything. I was losing. I'm honestly, I was ready to quit doing this stuff. So, but thank you. I really appreciate that you appreciate these things when they actually work right. But I was just so frustrated with everything. And hopefully this is it, because I've spent way too many hours. Haven't gone anywhere for the holidays. We're all testing negative for COVID now, which is awesome. But we go back to school on is it Tuesday? I think it's Tuesday, which kind of sucks because that kind of blew a lot of our vacation out of the way. But hey, we saved a little money, I guess. But it's a pleasure knowing you, sir. And it's a pleasure you working on the Plymouth scenery the way you have, and this and that. And we'll just hang in there together, you know.
For runway 14.
All right, we are about almost a little less than 9 minutes out from Phobos, which is our initial approach fix. And then we're going to do that hold, and I said that it would be direct, even though I think it's parallel. And at the same time, we're testing the sim. And this is real world weather, just not real world times. I want it during the day. But we did a very nice off-stream approach at Ticonderoga. We did a very nice approach at Mount Washington Regional, Kilo Hotel India Echo. Lake Placid was really hard at first because I had to go around on the first attempt, and I just did the other way because it was calm winds when I checked empty ATIS. And now we're going for good fixins. What's up? It's actually working. Yay, I think. I don't want to say it too loud. I'm so used to like things crapping out when I say that. How you doing, sir?
Traffic Warrior 32
Let's welcome you to the
November
broadcast.
Alpha
It's all
30,
about
final runway
IFR practice
There's a little more room here for the fixins. You know what I'm talking
and
about?
does the
Ooh,
simulator
we have
actually
a lot
not
of
crash your
fixins?
desktop? You
We're
might have to
gonna
wait
have
on the
so
monkey
many
thing.
fixins
Try that
on this
again
one.
after your thing
Go
in
clean
about
those
10
fixins up
seconds
right
after
now.
it's done.
Yeah, big boy. From now on, you gotta clean up your own fixins.
I might have made this work with AI frame generation. Again, they updated it. It works a little bit more stable, but it's not really testing it on the flight simulator, but I'm still pushing. Outside view, 50 frames, I'll take it. I'll take that all day. Alright, anyways, what are we supposed to be at? Full box, 6,000. So let's go down to 6,000 feet.
Left crosswind for runway 14.
Arm that. Slow this thing down. So it's pumping there. This hasn't always been working either, so we have to keep an eye out. For some reason, it hasn't always locked into 6,000. It's probably me. There you go. It's flying. Notice that showed me above, but that doesn't really matter until the really approach comes in. What's it saying? Set course to 105 because it's making sure I understand the approach fix. That's a good thing to do. Should probably also set that here so that way I know I'm doing 105. Yeah, all right. And in real life, this gets really confusing without autopilot because you have to do all this while flying the plane. So again, by using the autopilot, I'll be able to think more about what I'm going to do instrument-wise because I'm all about getting better instruments. I also flew the 737 cold and dark till about descent, and I almost had a landing at JFK until my computer crashed the desktop on that. So I'm hoping this is it and that this works. Now I'm thinking it was an audio error, but I had a problem earlier today when my hard drive, my one of 3 hard drives that I spread the add-ons on, it like the simulator crashed the desktop. I went to go open up that hard drive and it said it was raw file system, so I was like, oh, that's not good. Then I rebooted the whole computer and it came up as NTFS, but there you go. This is my one night of real simming, because I didn't get to sim. I've been working hard on the Etsy shop. Did some designs for the Virtual USA Flying Club,
November Alpha.
and this is me time, I guess. That's me. I've been troubleshooting this simulator for hours. So I also have some type of weird malware on my phone because it keeps popping up these weird things, but I can't find out which piece it is. So I'll be dealing with that later.
Traffic Warrior 85 November
6,000.
Alpha, departing
Further.
14 remaining in the pattern.
Now I said it would be a direct, I think, or a parallel. If it was a direct, we'd turn immediately to 186 for 1 minute turn. If it's parallel, you would turn right to 186 for a minute, and then right, no, not right again. It should be two, yeah, it should be 2 of the same. That's why I'm thinking direct, but we'll see what the GPS says. It'll tell me what type of entry it is. God bless you on programming, sir, because this is why this troubleshooting the simulator is kind of like reminding me of computer science when I was in it for a short time. Just, it's not fun. It is not fun at all. I'm starting to see some benefits. I mean, my frames per second are 77. Get out of here. That's insane framing, that mod. It is smooth, though. That's what I think of when I troubleshoot. I still sent a ticket into Microsoft. I'm like, you need to do something that's crashing desktops. I sent them my event logs, everything they asked for, I gave them. So hopefully they figure out something. Alright, we're at 6,000, which is the top. Let's go down to 4,800, which is the minimum altitude to cross this
Traffic Warrior 32 November Alpha, 3 to the northeast, 2,000 feet climbing northeast bound.
The only difference is if you don't have an autopilot, you'd have to do this all by hand.
Traffic Warrior 5 November Alpha is on final for touch go 14.
And I will be doing that in the future, because that's what I would have to do with the planes I'm running. We don't have autopilot in these 172s. We only have autopilot in the
Traffic Warrior.
Archer and maybe the Arrow. I'm not sure about the Arrow.
3,500
But,
maneuvers.
almost back to where I can fly again, I think. Alright, let's set this one to 186 for the future there. Just got really aggravated tonight. Ugh. And then this is eventually going to set up 2006. Leave it here just to make sure.
Traffic
Get
Warrior
to,
85 over Bravo, then
full
I'll
box.
crosswind for 14.
Simulator's still stable.
Traffic Warrior 85 over Bravo.
It is very bumpy. Yep. Especially on the approach. When I did that approach into
Traffic Warrior 32
Lake
November
Placid, that was
Alpha,
pretty
5 miles
bad.
northeast
It's
for
bumpy
45
all over the place.
for runway
Came in
14.
very high. Probably would have been a go around in real life, but I made it happen. That one's a weird RNAV because it kind of just leads you to the runway. It says, all right, the runway's here. You have this many like nautical miles to it. Figure it out. Make sure you get visual. And it was really weird. I can't picture doing that in real life right away because that's not the easiest RNAV approach. So just notice my butt kicker basically kicked out.
Traffic, Skylark 7968 Tango is 7.5 to the northwest out of 2,400. Straight
I
in.
think it overheats because you use it for so long, and I don't pump the volume on it, but it is the extra version of like Wi-Fi out. I must have like a program to shut that off at a certain time. So, all right.
Traffic, Archer 5.
Feeling some rumble underneath my butt. All right. See, this is saying parallel. So right and then, okay, I get it. It's got to take a right. We're going to go outbound on the 186. And then we're going to time that for about a minute. And then we're going to take another right. And go back to Phobos. I keep thinking I'm going to intercept this. So it is parallel. I was right. And the autopilot will fly it for me. But that's what I'm trying to get my head back into is... Oh, crap. See, it didn't do it. Give me a second. Too low. Thought I pushed armed, but obviously I didn't.
Traffic Cessna 13 Lima, about 6 miles to the west, inbound for runway 3.
See, it kind of does everything for you. And that's why a lot of pilots don't do the long way after a while. They just trust the GPS. Again, the only difference is in the plane that I fly is I'd have to do this all manually and touch stuff while I'm doing this. So if I get used to just setting stuff up and not worrying about the navigating right now, it'll help me
Traffic Warrior 17
get it better before I start doing manual only.
Downwind departure.
And we are in Vermont. Okay, I'm gonna take the tablet off. I wouldn't trust that red plate even in real life. See, hold parallel. So saying hold it over the Phobos, and then we're gonna take a turn to the right. We're gonna stay. Actually, I do have to show you the tablet. We're gonna stay at 4,800 till we get to Phobos. And what this is doing on this parallel entry is taking a right turn, and then another right to Phobos. And then we'll take a left turn for a minute to the 186, stay in the holding pattern until it's 5 square miles. On the distance here, there is a little bit of ground, yeah. It's holding, okay, good. Now I could push approach once I'm established in the 006 radial, but what fun is that? You know what I mean? And it'll do everything for you. It'll do the close glide scope and everything. That's not what I'm going to be able to do if I ever get my instrument readings. And that will take more money. And I'm waiting for Bitcoin to go to 6 figures before I cash it out. I have money. It's just, I'm trying to wait till it goes. It's an investment. It's a long-term hold. And although I could sell some of it for profit right now, I don't want to. I want it to go up. They're saying that it could possibly by 2025 go to 6 figures for Bitcoin. We're at about 42,000 of Bitcoin now. So, see, it's doing that right turn, right back to Phobos, which is why I wasn't understanding the parallel. But by doing this more, I will start doing the parallel. I think the parallel is the hardest one to understand. Direct's easy. Direct just means you go right there and then you go right onto the path. Teardrop is easy. Parallel is the hardest one for me to understand. It's just two turns the opposite way to left turn pattern. But now it makes sense. If I just keep doing this goddamn stuff, I'll remember it. But everything else is going well. You know, scan, meeting this thing.
Association, 7 November Bravo, 2,200 climbing 65 meters south downtown west. Last call, good day.
Okay, now it's saying it's gonna intercept Phobos. In real life, you just go right to Phobos and then you start your left turn. But it looks like we might be going direct in because that might have been a hold. It's really not supposed to be. So, no, it does say hold. So maybe it'll do the turn to the left. It should be a left turn for a minute.
Traffic 923.
No, it's going right to Cecil. Okay, which means I have to get down to 2,400. Okay. Again, starting the descent and then take over. Getting about 500 feet per minute. Our ground speed is supposed to be about 100, so we can kick this down.
Traffic 923 departing to the northwest.
What you want to take is your ground speed divided by half times 10, and that gives you about your descent rate. It's usually about 500. Try to get this down to about 100-ish. That gives you a good 3-degree standard descent. Alright, 006, it shows that I'm a little low.
Traffic
Which I don't know why it does, but it did. Going to say so. And I'm going manual here. Okay, just have to hold it here. It's 006. I should have set this bug already, but I didn't, of course. As we get closer, it's going to get...
Traffic Meridian 168 Romeo Victor is 15 miles to the northwest and down. I'm making right base entry from 119.
Okay, you gotta watch that needle right here. Glide scope, I'm worried about. I'm not worried about a lot. So.
Traffic Meridian 168 Victor is on a 3-mile right base runway.
Visibility should be, we should be seeing the runway. It's a little bumpy. It is, yeah. It's, what are we, LPV? Yeah. So we should go down to 661 with 1 mile of visibility. That's, pretty hairy. What's the field elevation? Field elevation is...
Traffic Meridian 168 Victor is on a 2-mile final runway 19.
A little bit to the right, not too much. A little turn. These are the things I was working on. These last lessons. It's hard. It's hard to do everything manually. Until you see the runway, then it's easy. Then it's like any other landing, you know. All right. See how the glide scope's coming down now? That's because we're at 300 feet per minute. So slow just a little bit.
Traffic Victor 9414. What about 10 miles to the south inbound for 19?
Okay, a little bit to the right. You gotta turn with that. It's all about controlling speed, descent, and also keeping the nose where it needs to go at the same time. Not easy.
Heading toward about 20 miles.
And I'm also being kicked around by wind, so. Right, heading the right way now. Glide scope's good. It's about 500 feet per minute. To my left. Oh, glide scope went down. That's because we're at 300 feet per minute.
I'm putting it up. You guys use left traffic for 19 or
The
right?
thing is not to overcorrect, which is what many of us do, including myself.
For all runways.
Just little precise movements. got some snow and rain. Okay, not seeing the runway yet. Full mixture. Let's run the 3000. Let's go below. Sorry if I don't pay attention to your text right now. I'm kind of
72 is just
land this thing. I gotta go back.
91673 to 172, we're headed off to the northwest.
If I'm a little high, that's okay still, but we're gonna try to get that blind scope in there. To the right now.
Traffic 94141, entering A, left downwind for 19.
I think my simulator's working because it's usually on approaches where I had a problem. I see it's gonna take much, so I have to start going to the left already. We are very high.
Over 94141, turning final 19.
Not easy. A lot of concentration. Go slower, lower, trim down just a little bit.
Traffic minutes, Papa Mike. About 12 miles inbound straight in for 19 on the approach.
Yeah, back. Should be seeing the runways pretty soon, hopefully.
Traffic minutes, Papa Mike.
I see lights. I see a runway.
Craft on 10 miles final.
Yep, okay, I got it. See, and this is where I'd feel a lot better about myself. But when the visors, they'll take you down to 600 feet. So in the foggles, you won't be able to see much. But as a real world pilot, if you can see that, you're golden. You're good to go. So 1700, 10 degrees of flaps, angling down. We're very high still. Uh-oh, okay.
What do you hear about 3 miles?
So we start crashing the desktop. I get my heart just in.
I could do a short
From
approach
1500,
before you if you slow down.
getting the white arc, trim up a little bit.
Try and slow down. Or maybe I'll circle out
10
there.
degrees, angling down. We're gonna do it, everybody. We did this approach. It's amazing. May the simulator not crash the desktop. May the simulator not crash the desktop. So instrument approaches are nice in real life, but when they test you down to minimums. They'll tell you, all right, look up, and you look up and you see where you are in the runway lineup. And that would have happened, I'd say probably right about, sometimes here, but sometimes they'll go right down to 660 to give you an idea of where you stand. Full flaps. I'm gonna leave it high for now. If I land, I've never been trained to land right on the numbers.
We're going back in.
It's better to be higher than lower. Yeah, I'm always high in the game too because this thing floats a lot compared to real life. So, and this is with the WB Sim mod. It's the closest I've ever gotten to feeling like a real old 172. But I watch my speed. It's about 70, which is good. 65 is ideal, but then we got a little bit of bumpiness. 70 is not bad at all. Pull the throttle out a little bit here. I'll leave a little bit in. So 65, 70 is where you want to be on approach speed here. Even FSLTL, I thought that might have been giving me the crashes, but it seems to be working now. So you tell me. All right, a little bit of throttle in now. It's all about landing now. So we're on to 600 anyways. You'd have to see it right now. I doubt that tree would be that close to runway 1, by the way. No, it's right here. This is runway 1. Here. A little bumpy. Not bad. Not bad. I see those artifacts on the left. That's from the frame generation. So I'm gonna turn off the next one. Flaps up. You know they tell you to do this clean up. I'm gonna do it now. Trim set for takeoff. I would turn the strobe lights off, but I'm gonna go for another takeoff once we decide where we want to go.
Traffic, wind pump mic, 1 mile final. 19.
Thank you, sir. I didn't think that was that bad. This is where I feel better. But those entries into the holding patterns, that's really what I have to try to get down perfectly. And it's nice to see that GNS 530 acts like that GNS 530. I might just go right through this guy, to be honest with you.
Left turn out.
Or maybe not. What the heck is this thing doing? Is that a player or not? I can't even tell you. That might be FSLTL, but it has nowhere to go. This plane's going backwards. See that? I don't know. I think we're gonna go right through it though, because I want to go to the runway.
Helicopter 9 Lima Wind.
Someone here! Watch out! I'm coming for you.
1400 inbound, running direct to the
Oh man. Let's get my airport diagram up. Going right through it. We're going right through it, everybody. It's all about practicing and make sure the simulator works. Okay, I got some of the APU there. There you go. Alright, we're going to go back to runway 1. We're going to hold short of the runway, and then we're going to choose where we want to go next. How's that? So that wasn't RNAV again. RNAV approaches are my favorite. As of now. The ILS is just more. It's very, very. It's very accurate radio beacon landing. That's basically what it is. So, all right. Can I go any further than that? Oh, I can, and I will. Lima. Going to Lima, everyone. This is how I know where I'm going. But yet, that they probably want you. Yeah, whatever. This is some type of scenery, so look how smooth that is with the frame generation. Okay, those little artifacts here, they're not bugging me too much, but you can see where the issues are. But seeing that it's kind of hacking through mod, why not, right? These frame rates are insane. And knock on wood, it's been about 2 hours and this thing hasn't crashed the desktop yet. So I'm hoping this is it. What it might have been is in the device manager and the butt kicker. It had 2 instances of the butt kicker installed, and one of them had a caution on it. So I just uninstalled that. Then said some type of USB device was kind of wonky too, so I installed that too. All right, let's look at our map here. Decide where to go next. Yep, I had a timer on. Give me a second. I forgot that thing has a timer. All right. Anyways, we're in Vermont. Go to Lebanon. Start heading south. That's where I think we should go. So let's set that up. Never been to Lebanon in real life. Oh, yeah, give me a second. Direct to. Getting much better at using this thing as well.
Now, man, I'll slow her down. You can get out of here. Hey, someday I'm going to grow up to be a TVM. I'm jealous.
All right, there you go. That's pumped in ATC there. That was the joke. All right, we're not paying attention to ATC today. We're just going to go direct to Lebanon, New Hampshire. And then we'll work our way down. Maybe we'll work our way down to Providence, which is where I did my last approaches in real life practice, if you will. I did the ILS there. So we'll see what happens. But let's go to Lebanon. And we'll go from there. Okay? Do we need fuel? We're over half still. Okay. So we're going to depart Lebanon, going to the east. So that should be about... do I have any mountains? Yeah, I do. Let's go east. Let's go 5,000.
What taxiway are you guys located off of? We're located right off that.
Go. Okay, not worrying about ATC today. Shows are still on. Okay, Lebanon, New Hampshire it is, everybody. Let's just get going there first. God, I haven't done this practice in forever. All right, in the middle, rotate at 55, climb at 7304. Should be good. I don't know who did the scenery, but it's very well done. Not that I've been here in real life. Rotate. This has been the most gangster broadcast I've done because I just kind of pushed start streaming in the middle of practicing all this stuff. Okay, let's get to about 73. There you go. Autopilot. Arm. Nav. It's turning. Shooting without
Lane 34980 Sierra.
It's a direct.
7 miles to the north.
Lebanon.
Crossing overhead for bus traffic 31.
So I don't know why. Yeah, there's birds. That's that South Oak company. I got all the birds. It's been pretty nice. That might be downtown. Yeah. God, I don't want to say this right now, but I'm really liking the simulator again. I almost bought X-Plane 12 today because it's on sale and the prices are going to rise in the new year. I almost did it, but then I was like, no, I can't do it. I can't. Because I know that I'll hate it and I'll have to get all those add-ons for like the satellite and stuff. I did pay another year for the Google Maps enhancement because I love it, even though the cache still doesn't work. So I told him in my message that I'd give him another year, but I'd like to see the cache start working again. But either way, it works without a cache. You know, it looks pretty good too. See that? So we're direct to Lebanon. It's supposed to be.
2.8 miles final.
But it's not showing me that here. So it just says blank. So let me check out my electronic flight bag, and it does seem like we're on course for Lebanon. So that just must be a bug with that or something? I don't know. Hey, there's not even a suspending button here.
Cherokee 117, short final 31.
Is that what I need to have? I don't know. Well, it's going there. That's all that matters. Oh God, without a cache.
Traffic is
Cache is king.
We're 5 miles to the southeast.
Nice joke. Very nice joke, my friend.
Let's break. Full stop.
Oh, I salute you. Alright, I have no clue what we're gonna take here for a landing, but let's get the ATIS ready. 118.65. Pray that the simulator keeps working this good. We are on guard.
You're on guard with KGOD.
And cruise the limit on it.
Yeah.
5,000. If I ever turn off the engines, it'll tell me how long I've been flying on this thing. My butt is sore. I'm thirsty. But we're gonna keep going. Tomorrow I'm gonna go to my in-laws to celebrate Christmas finally. We all got COVID here, so except for my daughter. I don't know how, but my daughter did not get COVID from any of us. My wife got COVID, my son got COVID. I had COVID since like Wednesday night of last week, and we're all tested negative now. But somehow my daughter is like bulletproof on that, and yet she got it from me the first time I got it, so I know she's not totally bulletproof. But it's weird. It's totally weird. And even though it's saying all this stuff, it is going direct to Lebanon. So you tell me, because I don't know. That's just messing up. Into the clouds and rain. Real world weather, not real world time.
Traffic 11-26760, turning west crosswind, runway 31.
Oh, I worked my butt off on my Etsy store though. You'd get a kick out of this one, I think. I really like this one. As you know, I have this,
We got a secret weapon. God is our co-pilot.
You'll need it.
God is our co-pilot? Huh? Remember our car? Yeah? 2 seats? 2 seats. Where's he gonna sit? Where?
so it might not be God, but I got Jesus is my co-pilot as a t-shirt. I just have to find it to show you, because it came out pretty good. It was AI generation, and I made sure it looked pretty good. But I really liked how it came out. If I could ever find it, that is, because for some reason I'm not seeing it right now. Why? I don't know. Oh, there it is. Okay, I found it. You ready? So let the squirrel introduce it, but insisting Jesus is my co-pilot t-shirt. I thought it looks fantastic. Look at that shirt. I'm really proud of that one.
Traffic.
So it took me a couple turns, a little bit of editing, but I got it to look good, I think. So faster on the ascent here. And we'll also lead off the mixture. Should have done that a while ago. That's okay. Right about there. Okay.
Cessna 586 Charlie.
So about 32, well, probably be like 30 minutes once we start cruising here. But yeah, I thought that was a good shirt. I asked my wife, did she think it would be offensive in any way? And honestly, like, if you're religious, you're probably thinking that Jesus is your co-pilot every time you fly anyway. So I thought it was pretty good for a visual, you know? Then I ramped up the Valentine's Day stuff. And the Virtue USA Flying Club, same service I use for my Etsy, only this is for no profit at all. We made all these custom designs here. We got some tumblers. We also have these pint glasses. This one is awesome, I think. They all kind of look good. That's because people were trying to get customized mugs. And I was like, yeah, you should use the two-tone color ones. You get like blue and red on there and stuff. And just keep it from there. All right, we're at a cruise speed of 5,000. Go right there. Final leading mixture here. Right about there. We're good. We're cruising the level.
Actually, just about north.
Definitely IFR. And again, the only difference here is you'd set it to your direct thing. If you didn't have autopilot, you set this to 159 and just keep that needle centered the whole time.
Morning, Captain. So we've got you over the left wing. Should be no factor.
And you do the same thing that the autopilot's doing. Just the autopilot does a way better job than a human, I think.
I don't see you, but I'll be looking out for you.
It's also a little bit to the right to compensate for the wind, which I can't even tell you where it's from. It says 5. Used to have a wind thing here, didn't it? I don't know if there's any way to make that go on the GNS 5.
On 45 for left downwind.
But you can tell that there's a wind from my right, so it's compensating a little bit. And you get that from intercepting that needle. That's the only difference, honestly. Just the autopilot's doing it for you. But you'd be doing this all manually while doing all the knobs at the same time. So that's where it becomes a little intriguing. I want to hear the weather. So get an idea of what we're doing.
Lebanon Airport Information Uniform 1800 Zulu. Wind calm. Visibility 10. Sky condition. Ceiling 1,400 feet overcast.
1,400 overcast.
Temperature 6. Dew point 10. Altimeter 29.6.
I don't want to say it's too low, but I think we solved the crash and desktop problem. Runway 7. Okay, here's where we are. 7. See what they got for approaches. RNAV for 7. That's all they have. Okay. Let's take a look at it.
Lebanon Airport Information Victor 1800 Zulu. Wind calm. Visibility 10. Sky condition. Ceiling 1,400 feet
The
overcast.
Montpelier
Temperature 6.
R transition.
Dew point 10.
Left downwind.
Altimeter 29.56.
Slow down.
Could do that.
Visual runway 7 in use.
A little closer.
Landing and departing runway 7.
Go right to Jaka. E-Jaka, I think that's it. Initial approach fix.
All aircraft read
So let's do that procedure. Select approach. RNAV for 7. And they don't let me have that. The only two things they have are Montpelier and Concord. Where's Concord? Concord's for the south, so go Montpelier. Now, even though we're going to Montpelier, we could just make it go to Ijaka. You'd be talking to ATC, they tell you exactly where to join up with it. So there are no holds here, so it's just a matter of making it get in there. Let's go back to guard. We're supposed to cross Ketchup, right there. It's 152. We're supposed to be about 3,900 over there. Yeah, and that 3,900 Ketchup going down to 2,800. Cheji, which is the lowest that we should be. Then ACOM, 2,500. Jarab, 1620. Okay. ATIS I got. Lebanon Tower, not going to worry about. Real world we would.
Cessna 66085.
The intercom's there too, but we pi close. Seeing it's Delta, we'd be hanging with Tower, which is why that's in bold. Just approach, climbing 4,000 direct Homan. Looks like the runway heading almost. Track 348. to Zeke and hold. So that's what we do on missed approach fix. And then you'd ask, tell ATC what you want for another approach there.
5 miles final, runway 31.
What do we do it? They just give you vectors probably to Montpelier, or they probably tell you to go with Jaka. They give you vectors though. Okay. Elevation 603 on runway 7. It's medium intensity runway lights.
Traffic. Roman Tiger is in a extended left downwind, runway 31.
That's fine. We have a decision. I think it's altitude.
Traffic North American 71 November is a 1 mile visual from left
1460.
overhead brake runway 31.
4 miles of visibility. So if at 1460 there's less than that, or you can't see the runway, it's a good thing that you're going to be going around. Which makes sense, because that'd be right near Zurich, which is your final point, 0.5 nautical miles out. So, but again, we'll just follow that needle all the way down in the RNAV.
Wings with me. I'll let you go ahead if you're going to break.
I don't know if you find this exciting or not, but again, we're doing two things tonight. We're practicing approaches and IFR conditions and landings, and also we are testing my simulator not crash the desktop finally, which it seems like it's not, but I don't want to say it's not because every time I do that it crashes the desktop. Definitely IFR tonight, so even though this is real world weather, we're not. Thank you for tuning into the broadcast, which was very weird because usually I plan everything out and then everything goes wrong anyways. So today I just said, oh, I'll just push start streaming and we'll go for it. We're heading to the Montpelier VOR. I didn't show any of this to you, by the way, which I just noticed. We're heading to the Montpelier VOR. We'll take a 208 radial at 5,000 feet, which we are already. And then we'll be descending 3,900 cats up. And then we'll be taking a left turn and intercepting the 6-2. And then it looks like at ACOM we changed to 060 into that. And that's 5.5 nautical miles out. So
traffic, there's a grumman on a trip final. I see that you're
we hit Montpelier VOR in about 7.5 minutes. So big RNAV, you do need a GPS for this.
Traffic, Cessna 8267 Lima. Crossing over the
all right, good fixins. Thank you for coming out. Appreciate it. Get some rest, would you? I've been sleeping late since vacation. I slept until like 11:40 this morning, if you want to call that morning. It's terrible. I gave my sleep schedule back on. All right, I'm also running out of battery in my headphones. We might switch the batteries out so I can hear wirelessly after this landing. They gave you an extra battery with this headset. So you just swap them out and then you charge it in a little caddy that it connects to wirelessly. So it's pretty cool.
We got the
I'm glad I got the upgrade. They were expensive, but I got like $100 off of them. The rum's doing its job. Don't beat flying tonight, my friend. Oh boy. All right. I might change the battery now, actually. So I'm gonna mute the microphone. I'll be right back with you.
20 for departure north.
Traffic, Aerotrek 961 Hotel, 7 miles northeast, 5.5, descending to 4.5. Aerotrek 961 Hotel.
Back. You should hear me. Awesome. And it all worked. You can swap out batteries on the fly. Cool. All right, man. Enjoy putting the pets to bed. Still IFR conditions. 5,000 go to Montpelier, which is our initial fix. So if I go to flight plan though, I can go to any of these fixes if they told me to, and then continue the approach. So I'm gonna leave it here for now. and that helps you learn the 530. Which I can again understand why they have touch panel screens nowadays, and that they got rid of. Well, they're retiring these because it's much easier to push on the screen and not have to do a knob and dial it and this and that. So it's a lot more work, I think. But the 530 is what we have in most of our planes at the schools. That's why I bought this.
Traffic experimental 49 Golf Juliet entering midfield left downwind runway 20. Let you go.
Oh man, I'm getting tired. Oh, it's gonna be good. I don't know if we'll get to Providence. This might be the last one. Might not be. Been at this for a couple hours now, and then start streaming till halfway through my flying. And thank the Lord it's actually not crashing the desktop. It's amazing. So I don't know what's going on with my computer. And don't want to say it's too loud, but it hasn't just like blacked out and turned off. Because I have no clue why it was doing that either. But it hasn't done that either. Look at that, we got some sun. Whoa, look at that, everyone. 30 minutes. I think it's a lot more than 30 minutes, my friend. Might as well get the breathalyzer out and test that. Oh boy. Maybe I will fly to Providence. I'm gonna have to get a drink to 11 on because I am parched. Two birds with one stone. Make sure the simulator works. Practicing IFR.
Traffic experimental 49 Golf Juliet turning left crosswind runway 20. Full stop.
Finals at 500 is the minimum safe altitude, around 25 nautical miles of Zerky. So Montpelier's outside of that, but they're just letting you know. I'm starting to understand a lot more on these charts, which is nice to see. I updated them today. In my tablet, that is. So. Make another fascinating video this weekend, hopefully tomorrow, of changing out the engine air filter in my wife's 2018 Toyota Highlander. Believe it or not, that stuff makes money on YouTube if you have a channel that's monetized. So, to do that tomorrow. I already did the cabin air filter, which was supposed to be easy, but for some reason this little thing on the glove box was like a snap-on little guiding sliding pin thing, and that thing like kept falling off for some reason. So I had to go put it back in, and of course the part fell inside the panel, so I had to go open up the panel. So what was supposed to be an easy, quick video turned into a Italian hot-tempered job, and me telling the kids to go inside till I got the stuff out, and then finally, because they would help me with lights and holding stuff. But that came out pretty good on the Eric DIY channel, and it was useful to people. So. But you have to wonder if people would know to open up how to open up the side panel to get the part that fell inside, which I didn't show that on camera. I tried to keep it simple. All right, we're about a minute 20 out from Montpelier. We'll be doing a descent to 3,900. So get that ready to go. I haven't used it. Our fellow stewardess in some time. Boy, this is beautiful to come on the clouds. So this is gonna be kind of cool. This This thing hasn't even stuttered. I'm gonna start being more confident now. 133, which is what we should be heading towards. Okay, I got you right there. And then we'll be switching that to 152. So we'll do it back up here. I'm gonna set this to 152. That's for our next one. And I'll change to 152 here. And I should be heading where we're heading. The more I do this, the more commonplace it'll be.
Traffic. Kayak 61891, 18 miles south of the airfield. At 4,400
Mind you, when I
inbound for full stop
watched
landing.
the regional earlier tonight, it was in regular time, so it got really dark and stuff. It was cool. All right, we are now going to descend down to 3,900. Slow this down.
Traffic, Skyhawk 61891, 7 miles southeast of the airfield. Inbound for a full stop
And we are
landing.
now going direct to Ijaka. That's what it's saying here. See, it has me out here because I don't think it's updating for some reason. That's why I never go by the red plane. No, it's still working. I just crossed it there, so I don't know why it's not updating it that well here. But we're okay. It's cool. Not really going by that anyways. Just reading the chart for what it is.
Traffic, Skyhawk
You can see how that could be inaccurate, right? Because
20 full stop.
33.7. No, actually, it's just saying that it's off the page because it is. Just saying you're coming from the Montpelier VOR. It's 33.7 nautical miles to Ijaka. Which is showing up right here on the RNS 530 here. This is what I would use for my distance right here.
Traffic, Skyhawk 61891. Left base.
Can't see ground, which is cool to see. Okay, did I mark this? Probably not. But now it's on.
Traffic.
Bright and sunny.
Skyhawk 61891. Final 20.
Southwest 1951, clear direct to Phoenix. Phoenix, Southwest 1951.
I have a little remnant cough. This COVID this time though, it doesn't seem as bad as it was the first time. I only had one really rough day where I had like headaches, and I had a fever, and chills, and muscle spasms. But other than that, it's just a big cough. You just had to wait it out and hopefully not infect other people. You know, my whole family had, except for my daughter. Just
Okay, 300 or better, and we'll cross Julian 240, Southwest 631.
Does that look like New England to you? It does to me. We are in New Hampshire. No, actually, we're in Vermont still, aren't we? Let's double check that, shall we? We're in Vermont. Lebanon's like right over the border.
United.
You see Parliament Field right there? That's where
the
I
allow
camped
one
that time.
arrival, except maintain flight level 240. Clear to descend via the Ola
Miss doing things like that.
flight level 240, United 1777.
Back to cruise here. In and out. Oh, check. Yes. About there. We still have 28.2 nautical miles to Ijaka, and then we will be taking a slight left turn to 152. So right now we should be heading 208.
491, maintain flight level
This is
290.
206.
Flight level 290, American 491.
The sharp was probably delegating for some wind, so we'll go 206. And then this next one's going to be 152. I'll do this now so that way in case I forget to do anything, I can look at
Center Alaska
this in a hurry.
253 is checking
While I
on
switch this
30.
down. See that needle centered? This is the one we're right below now. And you can see it lines up with the magenta line. This is how the simulator can help you learn instruments. Approaches. That's basically what we were doing. We were just like, we did an RNAV, we did an ILS in Providence. I haven't done a VOR yet. There's a tricky one in Nantucket too that he wants to do, but like it's gonna take me a while to get back to lessons, to be honest with you. And that's fine. I'm okay with that. I'm not a career pilot or anything. But it would be nice to get the instrument rating someday. And the more I can do now, the better I'll be understanding it, I think, in the cockpit when I go back to lessons someday.
Sky was 5890, clear direct Rancho.
Clear direct Rancho, Sky was 5890.
I could just finish it up by taking my Bitcoin and cashing it out, but who wants to do that? We want to wait till that goes up. Long-term investment.
Compass 5720, clear direct Rancho.
Directly to Rancho, Compass 5720.
Let's check that frame rate again, shall we, with the AI generation mod? 60 frames. You know how much I was pulling before? Like 25. Dense clouds might be 20. So it shows you that this thing is really worth it. I mean, I might have been 30 around here. There's not many buildings and stuff, but it's worth it, but it does come with some artifacts. So
on 128.6.
once you're flying them, you can't really tell, can you? It's looking smooth. It's an honor. The other thing is earlier today when I was troubleshooting, you couldn't see my picture or anything. It was just blank textures. It was that pink, purple checkerboard thing. So I was like, there's something weird. And that was my hard drive. I reseated that PCIe card, and it seems to be just fine now. I still have the side panel, the glass off, the tempered glass, because I didn't want to keep putting it back on if there was going to be problems. But we're looking pretty good now. The only way I'm going to be able to test this though is by flying it every day and making sure that it doesn't crash the desktop. So, and then the big test is Dallas, because it used to always crash the desktop there.
Delta 566, descend and maintain flight level 240, and in the transition maintain 2809.
All right, still 21.5 miles out.
Airspeed no transition, Delta 566.
Should also update this to the way I'm putting. I start recording that all the time.
American 491, climb maintain flight level 370.
Flight level 370, American 491.
Go. We'll be over Vermont during the approach, and then as soon as we cross that river, we'll be in New Hampshire.
Delta 566, 27 and a half, 240.
Delta 566, I like to direct descent via OL1, stepping at 12000, Charles at altitude.
Yeah, this isn't interesting. I'm sorry.
All right, descend via OL1, expect maintain 12,000, Delta 566, find 280 speed.
It seems to be working. This could be it. This could be the game changer, everybody. I'm so fed up with troubleshooting. I've troubleshot this sim more than I've flown it, I think, since July.
Approach, you got time for a quick question. This is number 80 from Mike.
And, air
It's
off
gorgeous
Micah.
when it runs, though.
Yeah, when you give us the crawl spell altimeter setting of 2988, do you guys expect us to set it on this side, even though we have a thermal altimeter setting and we're currently over thermal?
40 and a half hours in this thing.
I don't remember air off Mike. It's up to you. At that altitude, it wouldn't really affect you too much, and if that's the first Charles does, so either way, it wouldn't make a huge difference for us.
Okay, well, we're going to set it on the other side of the mountains.
Number 8 off Mike, Roger, that's fine. And instead of making 4,000.
Just see what we can do.
4,800 pop Mike.
November 72, Tango Romeo, contact Osprey 126.7, good day.
26.7,
I think we're going to try flying at
Center, Sky with
737.
5890, setting 240, transition to
Kind of cool to get back in the airline.
Sorry, let's not say the call center.
I think I finally learned how to program most of the FMS, just not the approach and descent. I have to work on that. Now it's trained by a real old Ryanair pilot. The best pilots in 737. So, and also Nick Reslin who helped me with the FMS a lot. So. I didn't know SimBrief was free, but I guess you can get a free version. It just doesn't update the approaches and stuff. It goes by the old nav data, which I will use. I might buy it someday if I ever made enough money. consistently on Twitch or more on YouTube. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
2,000.
That's what your money would be going towards, as well as remote flying. When you're watching those ads and stuff, so just let you know, they do help. Alright, we're about 7 minutes and 45 seconds out from Jaka. Take a slight left turn to 152. This will do it all for me, but I'm just thinking about it because that's what I'm going to have to do if I'm flying the plane without an autopilot.
I said that wrong. United 1777, SoCal,
Huey.
128 miles, United 1777.
Southwest 2273, traffic 3 miles southeast.
Alright, I'm gonna get something to drink. And I'll be right back because I got about 7.5 minutes before we have to. I think so. I will be right back. Otto's gonna be flying the plane like he is. I'll be back.
Exit 39, speed 220, please contact approach 24.9. 220 on the speed, 24.9, exit 380. Say the freak again for exit 380 now.
24.9, please.
24.
American 1375, LaFoot, Detroit, ILS 1125 left.
Clear ILS 25 left, American 1375.
Delta 478, 150 knots, traffic approach 1315.
215, slow to 250, go to 47.
Approach United 2243, 22.7 on the Angel X-ray. North Shadow 9 Kilo Alpha Heavy, Detroit ILS 1124, right approach.
Alright, so we see above us 24 right, 2989, altimeter north of 9 kilometers.
Country 425, 250 knots, contact approach 124.9.
Coming back. Here we go. Thank you, Otto. The autopilot. Okay. We are 4.5 minutes out from Jaka. I've got a drink. And things looking sunny. Wow.
United 2243, code ILS 25 left. Code the ILS 25 left, United 2243.
It's Crystal Light Pink Lemonade or something like that, raspberry lemonade. Tastes good. Very good. So, if you just tuned in, sorry I had to get something to drink and blow my nose. But we're taking the RNAV to runway 7 to Lebanon, Kilo Lima Echo Bravo. I'm testing two things tonight, my IFR skills and also whether my sim will crash the desktop or not, because I've had nothing but problems since July, which is probably why you haven't seen me stream as much. But I do have to blow my nose again, so I'll be right back. Otto, take over for a second.
Approach American 488, with you out at 23.5 on the Angel 4, and
that was a good one, my friend. Or you know what? You're gonna make me give me all these ideas again, so that when I get back into the streaming thing, because my desktop doesn't crash or ignite into flames or anything like that. I'm gonna borrow that if you don't mind. Can I borrow that one? Fly the R nav. Maybe. I'm writing that down for an idea for an overlay now. See, you're giving me all these great ideas. I'm just saying, you're giving me all these great ideas. So, I don't know, but the thing is, these overlays turn into t-shirt ideas and vice versa. So I have a lot of things to do, but the thing is, if I don't get my simulator to stop crashing desktop every stream, then we won't have an issue, and I'll start designing more on the streaming thing. I want to have a lot of interactions on the stream, more than we ever have. But I just want to do that. Scotty Too Hottie, what's up? He does. He's an endless fountain of ideas. How you doing, Scotty Too Hottie? I tried tuning in earlier. Did you do that right? Yeah, there you go. All right, thank you. Scotty Too Hottie, how's it going? Ideas. I gotta get my ideas thing here. All right, overlays. I'm doing better now because this hasn't crashed the desktop in 2.5 hours. Before I couldn't stream because it was crashing like every hour. I also have the AI frame generation mod going on, and I'm practicing IFR all at the same time. That's what we're doing. This was an unplanned stream, so we're flying some RNF approaches, making sure the sim doesn't crash the desktop, and things seem to be going well. Finally. I don't want to say it too loud because every time I say that, my computer either shuts off by itself or it crashes the desktop. But it's been working. I don't know how, but it is. My that was good. It was, yeah. I had some type of thing going on. I don't know what I did to fix it other than uninstalling all the stuff in device manager that had cautionary things next to it. And then I have this fan control 100% on the fans. I don't think it's overheating because I monitored that before, but I have it on anyways. And then I haven't overclocked anything, never have. So it's working tonight. And then also one of my NVMe drives was, I guess, loose in the PCIe adapter card because I already have the other 2 slots filled. So what it's telling me is I need a new computer that has 4 NVMe slots, and that way I don't need an adapter for PCIe. You can also use a 4090 because I like frame generation. I mean, look at the frames I'm pulling here. Pulling 50. I'd be pulling 20 before all this. Yep, we're going to a... Nope, not going to Jock. We're going to Cats Up. Have to descend down to 3,900. We are already there, so we're good. It's 152. 152. See how the arrow's a little bit off? It's going to straighten it out and fly it with autopilot, but I'm trying to put this in my head because I will have to do this if I ever return to instrument reading. I do have ghosting, yeah. It's not... I have the newest rope. See that? A little in the back there? There's a little bit of ghosting, but I can put up with that for frames. And then when you're landing, you can see the shadow bouncing a little bit, but I don't mind it at all. I mean, I don't consider this to be terrible. You hold it in one place after, it's fine. By the way, I totally forgot to tell Allison to tell you we're descending.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we start our descent, please make sure your seat backs and tray tables are in their full upright position. Make sure your seatbelt is securely fastened and all carry-on luggage is stowed safely and securely in the aircraft. Thank you.
Version that he had out there. All right, we're going to take a left to 062 to get the Cats Up, and then we're going to start our descent. But I kind of did that early because I didn't want to have to worry about it when I got the Cats Up.
United 1236, reduce speed down to 250.
Switch to 62. We should also change my heading book to where we're heading. We're flying autopilot. I don't have to do this like I do in the real world, which is everything manually. It's a lot. It seems so easy on stream because I can think a lot and not worry about dying. When you're doing it for real, there's a lot of things going through your head on this. And that's why they make you do your scan first when you first start out. So it's not even really doing any of this. It's the scan of the 6 instruments staying straight, telling me to take turns, this and that. It's all by this, because you're underneath on I have the fog, but they have the hood, which covers your eyes, so you can only see the panel. So I won't be able to look out this wonderful green rolling mountains of Vermont, or hills. Okay, I'm going to turn 062. It says 060 because it's compensating. And you're going to start descent down to 2,000. Okay. That gives us about almost 100 knots per hour speed. If we have the ground speed, it should be about 100, it's a little bit more, but it's about 500 feet per minute. That gives us our descent rate. And we just watch everything happen here. 62, 62.
United 1236, contact bridge 164.9.
124.9, that's 1230.
You know why it's saying 60? Because it eventually turns into 60. So I guess we just do 60. It's only 62 as of now. It's 2 degrees off. I might fly to Providence after this and do an ILS. And then we're going to call it a night. And then we'll see how long the sim survive for without crashing the desktop at the same time. Mission accomplished, everybody. I did have a problem with the frame area generation at Montreal during a Virtuously Flying Club event the other night, though. That's because I couldn't recenter my view, and I was on final, and I crashed and burned on the runway, which is not typical of me. I've never done that in a long time, on stream at least. Off stream I know.
American 1375, reduce speed to 250.
Okay. 2,800 at Seji. And then we're going to go down 2,500 for ACOM.
Country 425,
so we're just keeping that descent. So
Flow 250,
as soon as I am properly hydrated, I'll be taking over manually. Forward chug mixture for 3,000 feet.
Information Golf down current, altimeter 2991.
Well, it's easy to uninstall, but I would create a system restore point just in case. I would do that first anyways. But I did uninstall it. It's basically, it edits 2 things in your registry for NVIDIA. So that's what throws the card off and switches it to an AMD for the frame generation. And then, what was I going to say? I was going to say something. And then if you want to, and then you have to take 2 DLL files and put them in the flight sim folder with the exec. And then if you don't want it anymore, they include a registration. It changes it back to what it was. And then you just take the DLL files out. So it's that easy. Alright, in 25 seconds, I'm going to take over manually. I'm going to guide this thing now. We are above the glide scope, which is fine. Well, it's supposed to be minimal, 2,800 feet here. Let's get another ATIS check here. But for the frames, it's awesome.
Wind 054 at 4. Visibility 7. Sky condition, ceiling.
Alright, good. I didn't get the ceiling. Fine. We're doing all practice. And actually, we are coming to the glide scope. We're a little lower. See that? I'm holding at 2,800 feet. Okay. Alright, so here we go. We're going to settle at 500 feet per minute.
Approach County 361 with
Go.
Angel 4, 300 till Angel.
Keep that in the middle.
County 361, heavy approach.
No,
Information Golf is current. Clear ILS, runway 25, left approach.
Okay, move to the left. I'm not going to read chat for a little bit. Sorry, I'm just kind of concentrating. So I'm going to work on this for someday when I get my IFR going on again.
Southwest 3166, contact bridge 12.
So about 108, 107, that's not bad. Okay. Stay here for just a little bit now when I win. Keep that needle center be about 500 feet per minute. Watch for altitude. We should be 2,500 on the ACOM, which you already did. So yeah, we're about right. Left a little bit.
Delta 79 heavy, reduce speed to 250.
Compensate. It's so easy to do that.
American 1375, speed 210, contact approach 124.9.
Speed 210, 24.9, American 1375.
And back. See what comes in. Can you see the runway yet? It's not really. It's 1460 for decision. So, do you see a runway? Actually, I do. It's right on my left there. Right, so as of this point, I would be good to go. However, with training, they'll keep me in the foggles until close to that 1460. And they'll say, look up, and you'll see, if you can see the runway.
Delta 79 Heavy, reduce speed to 210,
Not really seeing
approach 124.9, and let them know you're slowing.
Oh, that was a road. That wasn't even a runway. Okay. Oh my God, that's terrible. There's the runway. There's the rotating beacon. So I'd still be good on this approach in real life. Alright, now it's all visual from here on out. But how did I get that off on this? I don't know.
Delta 951 has information, go.
Yep, Delta 951, reduce speed to 250.
Say that there would be
slow to 250 knots.
a bit off of there. Yeah, it's a little bit off the angle. Yeah. Alright, we're fine now. See that? That's how it works. So once you do see it, you're good. Kick it back to 1700. Under 110 knots. 10 degrees flap, angle down. Back to 1500. It's a lot faster on this when you do IFR. In the white, 10 degrees flaps.
Country 425, reduce speed to 210.
We'll go full
Slow
flaps.
210, Secretary 425.
Because it was supposed to be pretty cut, but wind should be off my left. Uh-oh. This is what we don't want. No, don't do it. It's going to do it. It's going to crash the desktop. Son of a... So something else is wrong with this again. I'll look at event viewer. We're going to call it a night after this if this crashed the desktop. Because this is what it's been doing. We went a long time though.
309, reduce speed to 250.
Nope, yeah. Alright, well anyways, that's it. That's the ball game. Let's check event viewer. I'm sure it's that 005 thing again. But that did last for quite a while. I streamed for an hour and a half and figured I flew about an hour before that, if not an hour and a half. But let's see what the error was this time. No, it's just your flight sim. I'm going to send this in with my ticket. So, what a pain. I'm going to update them.
Delta 309, reduce speed to 250.
Slow 250,
Stuff still works there though. So I don't know, man. Here we go. I'm updating my Microsoft support.
Approach your center cargo 8230. We are passing level 222 of the Angel 4 information
But
Foxtrot.
let's look at the positives.
Cargo 8230, heavy approach, reduce speed to 250. Standby.
Just shut off. And
250 to center cargo 8230.
crash this up again. Yep. I'll just add that to the ticket still. I'll keep adding till they actually fix something. But nothing overclocked. I looked at everything. Let's see if I can access that H drive, shall we? Because that was a problem before. Yep, still access it. See, this has my add-on scenery. I have it spread across 3 hard drives. See if I can do a test on it. Because before it was saying it was raw and it couldn't access anything.
Southwest 2463 out of 222 descending via the Hollywood.
So that's what I'm dealing with. But hey, you know what? We got through a lot more than that. Yeah, because the last time it crashed was 10:13 p.m. my time, and we survived again shortly after that, probably about 10:30 to 1:12. But it angers me when I do all that work to practice IFR, just to have it crash the desktop. So I don't know what's going on with that. But anyways, I want to say thank you for coming out tonight, because this was an unplanned stream. Hope you got something out of it, and I still have some work to do on crashing desktops, I guess. But yeah, that is the worst. It sucks. It does suck. So thanks for coming out, guys. I'm gonna go to bed. But I knocked out something there. And I will try to stream really soon because at least I got 3 hours out of that one, so maybe it will work. And it'll be good to go. So I'm going to go to the end stream. Probably not going to rate anyone. It's very late here. And you guys have a great night. I will be streaming soon. We'll do something soon. Even if it still crashes the desktop, it will be, I guess, okay. We'll figure it out. It's a lot better than what it was before, at least. But Happy New Year. If I don't see you, stay tuned. I'll be back probably sometime this weekend. Not tomorrow night, but sometime this weekend. All right? All right. I'll see you later. Have a good one.